Welcome back, students. So, students, keep your active English book ready besides you. Okay. Now, just have a look at the screen. I will read out a small story for you. Just pay attention, students. And as I read, just look at the screen. Moggy was an old cat who knew many things. Every day he liked to lie on the leaves under the gum tree. I know more about mice than any cat anywhere, Moggy told himself. Moggy was lying in his favorite spot and keeping a look out for gum nuts, which fell from the branches over his head. Sometimes he would pretend a gum nut was a mouse. When a gum nut landed near his nose, he would quickly put a paw on it. I have caught another one, Moggy would say to himself. All this time, a little mouse had been watching. He wanted to get past this cat and go home. Feeling safe, he crept out from his hiding place and started on his journey. Slowly, softly, and closer he moved. Then he was right next to Moggy's nose. Then, snap went a gum nut over the mouse's head. Out went Moggy's paw. He was so surprised when he saw what he had caught that he lifted his paw straight off, and the mouse, who could hardly believe his luck, dashed away faster. For many days after, Moggy waited for another mouse to fall from the tree and land right in front of his nose, but it never did. Now, this is a small story wherein a cat named Moggy, he used to sleep near his under the gum tree, and when the gum nuts used to fall, he used to think, he used to pretend as though the mice are falling on him, and he used to just catch hold of it, the nut, thinking that it is a mouse. And one day, really a mouse, he saw all this and happened to fall on his nose, and uh, to his surprise, Moggy felt what it is. He opened his eyes and he was just about, and he just opened his paw. In the meantime, mouse just ran off luckily, and he was saved that day. And after that, what happened? Then Moggy started dreaming that wish another mouse could fall from the tree right in front of his nose, but actually it did not happen. Only once that miracle took place, and the poor mouse, he was saved. So this was a small story. Okay, now let me I read out the story to you. I told you the brief, in brief I told you the just briefed the story to you. Now we will just small 2-3 questions I want you to find out. I want to find out whether you understood the story or not. So the first question, who was Moggy? Moggy was a cat. Next, where did Moggy like to lie down? See in that paragraph, see the second line, he liked to lie on the leaves under the gum tree. Yes, here is the answer. He liked to lie on the leaves under the gum tree. Next, what did a little mouse want? The mouse wanted to get past Moggy and go home. Mouse, he knew like what Moggy wanted. Moggy just was waiting for a mouse, and so that he could eat him. So the mouse, now he was just thinking, how will I just escape from here? So the answer is the mouse wanted to get past Moggy and go home. Next one. What did Moggy do when a gum nut landed near his nose? Now, what happened actually? He used to pretend as though a gum nut is a mouse. So let's see. When a gum nut landed near his nose, Moggy would quickly put a paw on it, is to just catch hold of it and pretend as though he caught a mouse. So, students, this was a small story and I read out the story to you. I hope you understood the story. It's a very small short story, and we were able to answer the questions also because we understood the meaning of the conveyed in that story. Okay, that is because we understood the words and the meanings given in the sentences. So now today actually we are doing in Active English chapter 12 part 2. We are going to do this question, choose the best answer. Now this is a multiple choice questions, sentences. Here sentences are given, many answers are given. You have to just read the sentence and pick the correct answer. Now the first one given here is, there is dash sand on the beach. Now you have to pick the correct words. When you pick the correct words which are suitable for that sentence, only then that sentence will have the proper meaning, and only then you will understand if you read that sentence, you should be able to understand the meaning of the sentence. So if you pick the wrong word for that in that blank, if you write, then the meaning won't be conveyed. So the meaning, so here you have to pick the correct answer. There is dash sand on the beach. Option A, a lot of. B, a great many. C, several. D, many. E, a few. Now we have to understand that what is a sentence. Again we will read that sentence. Where there is dash sand. We are talking about sand. Here we are talking about noun, countable noun and uncountable noun. See, now sand, can you count it? No, you can't count it. So now here there are some of the words which wherein you can understand what will be the correct word, appropriate word to be filled in that blank. A lot of. A great many sand is not sounding proper. Several, not sounding proper. Many, not sounding proper. A few, not sounding proper. So the correct answer here is option A, a lot of sand. There is a lot of sand on the beach. The correct answer is option A, a lot of sand on the beach. Now we come to the next. There are dash cars in Kolkata. Now here we are talking about countable nouns. So pay attention to the options given. A, much. B, several. C, a few. D, not very much. E, a great many. There are cars you can easily count. So here the correct answer has to be option B. There are several cars in Kolkata. Shall we move ahead, students? I hope you are writing also. You don't have to write anything. You just have to tick in that box, small boxes given. You have to just put a tick in the correct box. Next one. They watched the bus dash. A, arrived. B, to arrive. C, has arrived. D, arrive. E, arrives. Here also you have to pick the correct word. Now the correct word is they watched the bus. Option D, they watched the bus arrive. It can't be arrived, to arrived, has arrived, arrives. All these words if you write, the meaning will change. It will not sound proper. The sentence will be grammatically wrong. So they watched the bus arrive. That is option D. Here we come to the next. When the cyclone came, we felt the building dash. A, shaked. B, shook. C, shakes. D, shake. And E, shooked. Now again we will read the sentence. When the cyclone came, we felt the building. What will be the correct option, students? We felt the building shake. That is option D. Option D. Have you ticked? Okay. We move on to the next. After school, we used to dash football. This is so simple, students. After school, we used to. We are talking something that has happened in the past. We used to. You're telling somebody about the days you were in when you were studying in school. After school, we used to dash football. A, played. B, play. C, playing. D, be playing. E, was playing. Now, after school we used to play. That is option B, play football. You can't, if you write it as played, it will not sound correct. After school we used to played football. No. After school we used to play football. We move ahead. When I was small, I dash play with toys. That is, let us check the options. Option A, am used to. B, was used to. C, used to. D, have used to. E, are used to. Now here when I was small, I was small. You're talking about the past, when you about your childhood. When I was small, I used to play with toys. Now which option is used to? Option C. I used to play with toys. So just put a tick in that box C. Okay, shall we move ahead? Have you ever heard that bell dash? Now this is a question. Have you ever heard that bell dash? A, ring. B, to ring. C, ringed. D, rang. E, rings. Now the correct option should be, have you ever heard that bell ring? That is option A, ring, and question mark. So you have to put a tick in that option A box. So students, see, when you have understood, when you read the sentence and you know the meaning, it is easy for you to choose the words that will fit in that particular blank, so as to make that sentence or that question sensible. Okay, so this was the idea about me reading out a story to you and asking some of the questions. When you read that story, if that story, the language wasn't proper, you wouldn't have understood that story. We were able to answer the questions from that story just because we were able to understand the language, and so hence we could answer the questions. So in the similar way, here multiple choice questions, answers are given, and it was helpful for you to choose the correct answer. Okay, so here we come to an end of this chapter 12. We finished both the exercises given in that chapter. So in the next class we will do the next chapter, that is chapter 13. So till we meet in the next class, have a nice day, students.